The International Court of Justice has dismissed Kenya's opposition to Somalia's case on maritime boundary. The top UN court ruled that it had powers to hear the dispute between the two countries by a majority of 13 judges.
The International Court of Justice delivered its judgment on the preliminary objections raised by Kenya in the case concerning maritime delimitation in the Indian Ocean between Somalia and Kenya, finding that it may proceed with the case. Somalia brought the case to the court, complaining that Kenya wrongly claimed parts of its territorial waters, which are potentially rich in oil and gas reserves. The court recalled that on the 7th of April 2009, the parties signed a memorandum of understanding agreeing to grant each other no objection in respect of submissions made to the Commission on the limits of continental shelf beyond 200 nautical miles.
15 votes to 1 rejects the first preliminary objection raised by the Republic of Kenya insofar as it is based on Part 15 of the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. 13 votes to 3 finds that it has jurisdiction to entertain the application filed by the Federal Republic of Somalia on 28 August 2014 and that the application is admissible.
In its judgment, which is final and without appeal, the court, by 13 votes to 3, rejected the first preliminary objection raised by the Republic of Kenya based on the Memorandum of Understanding of the 7th of April 2009.
In the world of sports, Ghana's coach Avram Grant is disappointed with the manner of his team's semi-final exit at the Africa Cup of Nations in Gabon. Despite losing by 2-0 to the indomitable Lions of Cameroon, Grant believes his team was the better side and did not deserve to lose the match. Ghana will play Burkina Faso in the bronze medal match tomorrow, Saturday.
I'm more than unhappy. We wanted so much to be in the final. We did everything to be in the final. We dominate the game. Second half completely we dominate the game, and then first attack, even not attack, set pieces of Cameroon, and they scored. So it's very annoying because to lose this game, it's sad for us. I congratulate Cameroon, of course. They did all the efforts, and they are in the final. I wish them luck. But I'm not happy because this game, we was the better side and we lost. This is football.
Readers and writers have paid tribute to Nigerian author Buchi Emecheta, who died at the age of 72. Her books rang with themes that championed the rights of girls and women, although she fiercely rejected the label of feminist. Her books became part of the national school curriculum in many African countries.
A group of writers and book lovers recently came together in Lagos to pay tribute to one of the country's renowned literary icons, who passed away on Wednesday, January the 25th, in the United Kingdom at the age of 72. Known for championing women and girls' rights in her writing, Emecheta explored themes such as motherhood, female emancipation, life as a single mother, abuse of women, and child slavery, among others. Despite the difficult subject matter she covered in her books, her works were widely read and were also part of the national curricula in Nigeria and several other African countries.
She's one of the icons of literature, of Nigerian literature, and then she was one of the first women to write a novel. And then she's a big proponent of women's rights. So through her books, and most of her books are about her experiences. Even though when I read them as a child, I was really young when I read them. When I read them, I didn't know that they were stories about her life. I just felt like, oh, okay, these are stories about what women go through, women I know, and this is somebody bravely, telling these stories.
Born in Lagos, Emecheta moved to the United Kingdom in the 1960s with her husband and worked as a librarian. She went on to write other successful novels, including Second Class Citizen and Joys of Motherhood, a complex and authentic illustration of motherhood in Nigeria and Africa.
I remember my first encounter with our work was the Second Class Citizen, and I picked it up from my mom's collection of books, and I read it. I loved it, and I actually wanted more. Then I stumbled on The Joys of Motherhood, and I read both books, and I thought, oh, that was all the books by this person called Buchi Emecheta, only for me to discover recently that she actually had a lot of other titles.
In her career, Emecheta published 19 novels, 1 autobiography, and often for several reputable publications. In 2005, she was bestowed with the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire.